Today we're going to be installing a Tusk SubZero snowplow mount onto a Polaris Ace. Once you've completed this install for the plow mount, refer to our Tusk SubZero snowplow assembly and installation video for instructions on assembling and attaching your plow blade. You can see we've got this machine up on some ramps, and this is to better show the installation process. Raising your machine for the install is not necessary, but if you choose to raise your machine, make sure you safely support it to prevent causing any injury or damage to yourself or the machine. So the first step of the install is to make sure all your hardware is accounted for. You'll find a complete hardware list located on your provided set of instructions. So we're going to start by first removing the stock skid plate from the machine. We're using a T40 Torx bit and ratchet to do that. Make sure that you're keeping track of all the hardware as you remove it, as we're going to be reusing one of the stock bolts to install the plow mount, and then you'll need all this hardware to reinstall the skid plate after you're done using the plow system. And now with the skid plate out of the way, we're ready to begin installation of the plow mount. So starting with 3 of the provided flat clamps, we're going to slide each one of those up into place using the larger holes in the frame for access like you see in the video. Make sure that the threaded hole in each clamp is sitting over the corresponding hole in the frame. After we have those 3 clamps into place, we're going to move back and position the 2 remaining flat clamps through the rectangle openings in the frame and over the hole on each side. Again, we're lining up the threaded hole on each clamp with the hole in the frame the best we can. The 2 provided rounded clamps are going to sit over the frame bar sticking out on each side like you see in the video. And with all the clamps now in position, we're ready to attach the plow mount. It makes the job a lot easier if you have someone to help hold the plow mount up into place while you install the hardware. So with the plow mount oriented correctly, we're going to start by threading one of the stock bolts that we previously removed up into the center rearmost mounting hole in the plow mount. We'll just thread it in far enough to hold the plow mount in place while we install the rest of the hardware. After that, we're going to take the 5 provided M8x30mm bolts and install each one of those through a flat washer, and then up through the mounting holes in the plow mount and into the 5 flat clamps that we already have in place. We're just going to leave this hardware loose for now, and once we have all 5 of those bolts installed, we'll move out and take the 4 provided M8x40mm bolts and again slide each of those through a flat washer and then up through the plow mount and into the rounded clamps that we already have in place. After that, all the hardware should loosely be installed. We can now go back through and tighten everything down. So we're using a 13mm socket and ratchet to tighten these bolts down, and we're going to start by tightening the center hardware first. You'll need to again use a T40 Torx wrench to tighten down the 1 stock bolt that we reused, and then with all the center hardware tight, we're going to move out and tighten the rounded clamps, and for these you want to make sure you're tightening each bolt evenly so it keeps the clamp level with the plow mount. Once you have all the hardware tightened down, you're finished with the install. You can now refer to our Tusk SubZero snowplow assembly and installation video to finish attaching the rest of your snowplow system. Also remember to visit our website www.rockymountainatvmc.com for your snowplow accessories and all the other parts and apparel you need to be ready for winter. Thanks for watching.